Furiosa. She started off as a little kid in the green place, the place of many mothers, until a couple of people, bikers, kidnapped her because the warlords of the wasteland, like Humongous or Immortan Joe, like them young, like Diddy or Drake. Furiosa's mom actually chases them down and kills a couple of them, but she fails to intercept them before they get back to their hideout with the rest of the goons. She's like an Olympic level sniper, so is her daughter. They actually go, "We got a young girl, no diseases and everything," Chris Hemsworth. He's all, "Oh, okay, very cool. Where do you come from?" "They come from a place of abundance." He goes, "Oh, really? Tell me where it is." And they go, "I ain't telling you shit." The people who kidnapped her eventually died too from their wounds. The mom puts on a disguise and then comes to the camp in the middle of the night and takes back her daughter. And they're trying to escape in the sandstorm because the wind takes away your tracks. That was pretty cool. But at one point she's all, "No, girl, you gotta go all the way back to the green place, and I'm gonna hold them off and kill as many of them as I can. Here's this seed. Protect this with your life." It would have worked out for her too. She just kept riding her bike, but kids don't listen. She heard a bunch of gunshots and she was actually killing a whole bunch of them. I mean, she could just kept going. Chris Hemsworth, Humongous, caught up with her, tied her up, "Tell me where it is. Fuck you." And they went, "Alright, we're gonna burn her to death." And she got burned to death right in front of Furiosa. Humongous even licked her tears, "Oh, sorrow tastes neat." What a freak. So they kidnap Furiosa, have her in a cage, and then they're going to just take over everything in the wasteland. They go to the citadel. That's where Immortan Joe lives. He started off at the wrong place too, because Immortan Joe's dude, you are not gonna win. I got a bunch of hundreds of guys who are willing to die for me. Here, pick one, and he's just gonna jump off a thing and kill you, kamikaze like. I mean, they lost the battle there, but then they decided to ride up on Gastown, and then they were able to take over Gastown pretty quickly. And then after Gastown, they're like, "Oh, we got a whole bunch of leverage." And Hemsworth is pretty funny and charming, and he's a pretty good villain. I was buying what he was saying. And then he went to Immortan Joe, and they made a trade. They were like, "Alright, you're gonna run Gastown, but I'm gonna take the doctor and Furiosa off you. I might keep her as a breeder for me." Water and food for gas, cool. But Furiosa doesn't even stay one of the breeders for a bit. She escaped and then disguised herself as one of the war boys. She was on war rig duty when they got attacked by those berserkers and everything. And she became the MVP, one of the last people standing when they killed everybody, and all the war boys got killed too. And a whole lot of thieves. Oh, this harpoon thing is pretty neat. The back spins and it swallowed this guy up like a garbage disposal. That was pretty neat. Every one of these movies since Road Warrior has to have some sort of war rig, chase scene and everything, and this one doesn't disappoint. So a whole bunch of people got killed, and you're like, wow, this happened pretty early on in the movie too. It's usually the finale. She's also hanging underneath the truck and sort of kicking fools off of bikes. They get swallowed up by the wheels. Cars are exploding in front of them, falling all over the place. And she caps off the radiator, and they show her hair, and they go, "What? You're a girl?" Because I guess she was pretty much identifying as a war boy up to this point. She tried to steal the war rig, but the dude kicked her out, and then he went back for her "Alright, where do you think you're going? There's nowhere out here, dude. Let's just work together, because there is no green place or anything. There's the bull farm and Gastown. That's it." I've been to both of those places. They suck even harder than the Citadel. Let's just ride this out. So they sleep together. They have a working relationship, and I think they sort of fall in love. She tells her, "Hey, I got the seed from this green place." And they go, "Maybe one day we'll go back there." They take the war rig over to Bullet Farm, and Bullet Farm's taken over by Chris Hemsworth Humongous too. And then they're trying to ambush him, and then it's just the two of them. Everybody else is dead, and now he's trying to escape, and she's trying to save him. And she's a great sniper, just like her mama was. So they have like this standoff. She almost just like killed him right there. But he's able to get like a RPG and then blows her up. But doesn't kill her. She just gets like buried with a whole bunch of sand and shit. And this is the last we ever see of this like old war rig, because demolished pretty much all of Bullet Farm, and that's probably why we don't see it in Fury Road. Hemsworth, Humongous, barely got out of this whole thing alive, but then he chases down Furiosa and the dude. They got away by like a car, and they were like, alright, fine, we'll just drive like 3 days and then drive these 2 bikes until probably we hit this green place again. But nope, Hemsworth intercepted them, dragged the dude to death, and then chained her up, but she was able to saw off her arm and pull it off and escape to Immortan Joe and tell them what Hemsworth was up to. Yeah, he owns Gastown and Bullet Farm at this time, and it's all out war. But Furiosa gets like shaves off her head. She gets like a new arm that she built for herself. She tracks down and isolates Hemsworth all by himself. Gets into the real finale chase scene where she's out for revenge and killing his backup, knocking them off their bikes, chasing him into a sandstorm. Gets him one-on-one, beats the hell out of him. Hemsworth has a speech like, man, you just forgive it all, hope and everything, and you're like, oh man, he's got a point. But Furiosa's like, well, you did kill my mom and I gotta kill you.